and then we go to the conceptual, that is a practical aspect of delta modulator, right? So a delta modulator is nothing but a prediction modulator which is predicted by using an op-amp circuit. Okay, we have the inverting terminal, we have non-inverting terminal of the op-amp. To inverting terminal of the op-amp, we connect an x of t signal, and to the non-inverting, we connect the predicted signal, that is x of t. Now, where does this x of t comes from? We have the output of the comparator, which is going to be your delta modulator output. Now, coming to the predicted output, which is x dash t. The delta modulator output does depend upon this comparison of x of t and x dash t. So x of t is the current coming signal, that is an analog signal, and x dash t is a predicted signal which is sampling in this particular shape. Now how do we get this particular shape? We'll complete the circuit here with what we have is a delay of 1 t is time period which has been applied at the output of the modulator, after which we have a counter which is either an up or down counter which is activated depending on the output of delta modulator. After the counter, we do have a DAC which has been placed, and the DAC output is the predicted output which we have that is designated as x dash t. Okay. So how do I get the shape of the x dash t in this way? So we'll say that there is a comparison between x of t and x dash t. When x of t is greater than x dash t, there is 1 which has been generated, otherwise it is a 0. So here you can see for a first sample time, when we compare x of t and x dash t, this is your x of t and this is our x dash t. So we see that x of t is greater, and hence in this duration it is 1 which has been generated. In the next sample duration also it has been 1 which has been generated. Next sample it is 1. Next sample it is again 1. Now in the next sample what you can see is your x dash t has become greater than x of t, and then it is nothing but a 0 which has been generated. In this particular sample also it is a 0 and a 0. So per sample we are getting 1 bit which is being transmitted. So this modulator, as we said, depend upon the comparison between x of t and x dash t, is called as a prediction modulator which has been defined as. We call it as a prediction modulator. Now, when I say that it is a prediction modulator and the output produces 1 bit per sample, it is a modulator which has been used where bandwidth requirement is less compared to the number of that is bits which are transmitted, or we say data rate. So wherever data rate required is less and bandwidth required is less, we use delta modulator. Now how does delta modulator work is? So we'll say that x of t and x dash t. As a comparison, we know that the output is nothing but 1. So we'll say that the DM output for the first sample is 1. With a delay of 1 sample duration, it goes to an up-down counter. Now as the output is 1, the up counter will be activated and the down counter is now in the reset mode. Coming to the DAC, as up counter is activated, DAC will be incremented by 1. What is a DAC? It is a digital to analog converter. So DAC is nothing but incremented by 1. Now when it is incremented, it gets incremented by a fixed step size which has been there. So we will say that there is a one fixed step size which has been generated. Now next again comparison, output is nothing but 1. Again the up counter activated, DAC incremented by 1. We will have increment in one step which has been there. So in this way you have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones where the up counter is activated, DAC incremented 4 times, 1, 2, 3 and 4 times DAC incremented. After that you have 0, 0, 0. Means now up counter is in the reset mode, down counter is activated, and hence what we have is the DAC will be decremented 4 times. So you say 1, 2, 3 and 4, that is DAC is decremented. So the shape of the DAC is nothing but a staircase which we are getting. So this is just the conceptual working of delta modulator. as a, that is a delay IC. We are using a 7483 as an adder IC. 7483 used with 7404 is a subtractor. What is 7404? A NOT gate. So adder is nothing but inverted, and hence this part is nothing but a subtractor. This is nothing but a adder. Adder acts as a up counter, subtractor acts as a down counter. So the same working will be just looking now on the experimental side. Right? Thank you. Seeing the theoretical aspect, now this is an experimental setup for the delta modulator. As I said, it is a prediction modulator and it contains an op-amp. So where is the op-amp? This is your op-amp with inverting non-inverting terminal. This is one delay, that is TH delay 4013 IC, which is a delay IC. Now coming to the adder and subtractor, or what we said is up-down counter. So it is 7483, it's a adder IC which acts as a up counter. 7483 with 7404, it is nothing but the down counter. Now there is an IC that is 74373, which is a latch IC. Means if it is an subtractor activated, the output is going to be latched by this particular IC and the output will be conveyed to whom? That is DAC, right? So this is the component contains, this is your DAC, that is digital to analog converter. This is the basic generator that is we are going to use. It's a analog input which we are using here. So starting with the analog input, so we'll give analog input to the that is non-inverting terminal. Inverting terminal, I am applying the DAC output. So it is the DAC signal which goes as an input to the non-inverting terminal. Then it is a delta modulator output, which is a comparison which is shown between the two. But before going to the delta modulator, we have one connection between the kit. What is it? The TS and the up-down counter should be connected with each other. So there is a connection which has to be made between the delay and the counter. So this is the connection which we have made between the delay and the counter. Now we'll see one by one the output which is going to be across the delta modulator, the DAC together first. So this is your delta modulator output. Now here what you can see is the analog frequency used is 1 kHz and the sampling frequency is your analog frequency. So analog signal, we'll see the analog signal. So in one sample, or we'll say in one cycle of analog, you'll have 8 samples which are being there. So how do I verify this? So you can see that from here if you start 1, 2, 3, 4 samples in one half, 1, 2, 3, 4 samples in another half. So 1 kHz is analog signal and 8 kHz is the sampling frequency, right? Now with this we'll now go to the output of delta modulator. See the output of delta modulator I'll be seeing with respect to whom? That is a sampled output. Now see, sampled output, when you are saying, what you can see is you can see that the sampled output is again from one sample to the other sample output is 1, other to other 1. So there are 4 ones which are being present and 4 zeros which are being present, and hence it is not a single waveform showing that it is a square wave, but this contains 4 ones and 4 zeros. So per sample 1 bit output is being produced over here. Now comparing the analog signal and the DAC, right? So we'll remove, that is, I'll show you the DAC as well as we'll go through the analog signal. So this is analog and the DAC together. Analog and the DAC, right, together. So what we can see is the analog and the DAC together. So see, there are steps. What I said is 4 steps of DAC incremented, 4 steps of DAC decremented, right? So this is again 1, 2, 3, 4 steps increment, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps decrement. So this is DAC and the analog, where you can say comparison produces the delta modulator output. Now coming to the up counter and the down counter. Now see, the up counter and the down counter will be activated as per the DM output. So if this is 40704 with 7483, so it's a subtractor. So it's a OE bar which has been there. So when your adder subtractor is activated, it goes active low. So you can see that it directly goes active low with respect to the DAC when it has been activated. And this OE bar, that is for the adder, this also goes active low. The third one is the common latch, that is adding the output of the adder and subtractor. So it will remain active for all the sample duration. So that is what that is LE, that we call it as latch enable. So once again, DM output with respect to DAC, this can be observed. Now one thing, that is, instead of keeping the analog as the input, I can use now a sine wave, or we'll say a variable sine wave or a variable square wave which has been there. So if I use a variable square wave over here, what you can see is there is a difference which is going to be there between the two outputs which has been displayed here. What do I mean by this is, there is a slope difference which has been there, that is between the DAC and the, that is your analog input. So analog now is a square wave, previously it was a sinusoidal. So there is a slope difference which we can observe here, and this can be reduced by using what we call it as the adaptive delta modulator, where step size is nothing but varied by. Now this was regarding the modulator part. Now coming to the demodulator. The demodulator, when we start with a, that is delta modulator output given to an up-down counter given to a DAC, and DAC output given to a low pass. Now see, up-down counter and DAC are a common that is component in the receiver side, and hence we are using the same set of up-down counter and the DAC over here. So what we know, that up-down counter is connected to DAC, and DAC is nothing but pass through the low pass filter. So what I'll do is, we'll just pass the DAC through a low pass filter. So your DAC is nothing but pass through the low pass filter directly, and the original analog signal and the detected analog signal will be compared together, and what we'll see, that the received and the transmitted, or we'll say the modulator and the demodulator outputs are going to remain the same. Okay, one is your generator, right, the DAC output, the DAC pass through the low pass filter and the low pass filter output. Correct. So this is your modulated, demodulated outputs are going to be one and the same. So this is modulator and demodulator. Right. This is all about the delta modulator concept. So I think you have understood the concept of delta modulator today. Thank you.